Hello, everyone. My name is Matt, aka Legion Rex, and welcome to a wonderfully spooky episode of The G.A.P. I'm your host. With me, I have my equally as scary co-host, Shane, aka the Bearded One. How you doing today, Shane? Is that going to be your
No,
intro
I was.
from now on?
I forgot that I was gonna get bloody stream ready, and I didn't have it ready, so I had to improvise. That's what I want my introduction to be. It's like, also with me, I have my co-host Shane. How are you doing today, Shane?
Just bloody stream.
Blare it into the mic.
With me, and also with us, we have our distinguished guest, Spencer. How are you doing today, Spencer?
I am doing great.
Didn't we start calling him a co-host at this point?
Kinda, yeah, basically.
Yeah, but
basically, yeah.
I'll take either at this point.
Do you want a name tag?
Can I get a fucking name tag, dude?
Yeah, we can get you a name tag if you want.
Dude, give me a fucking name tag, dude.
Okay, well, that's what we need to know if you're a guest or a co-host, because it has to go on the name tag.
I'm a co-host.
Okay,
he wants a name tag.
But I'm doing good. I'm just having a sip of my delicious cherry Kool-Aid jammer.
One of his 3 caffeinated drinks that he has this lovely morning.
Kool-Aid isn't caffeinated, but I get what you're saying.
It's got sugar. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Kind of. Anyway, welcome to the finale of the Month of Spook.
Welcome to the end of the Month of Spook.
Yes.
Wonderful 4 weeks of us talking about some spooky horror anime. But all good things must come to an end at some point, and today we're going to be talking about the final anime from our Month of Spook, and that's Higurashi no Naku Koro ni. But of course, we will get to that.
No, Matt, it's When They Cry. Get it right.
I hate the English title for this.
I
hate it so much.
No, Shane, it's When the Evening Cicadas Cry.
Oh, yeah, fuck. No, you know what? Spencer's right.
Yeah, no, he is technically right. I hate the English title.
Well, that's so unfortunate, seeing as how I could only get the English logo to put up on screen.
It doesn't matter. I will never ever call it that.
I will never acknowledge this.
When they cry. What's crying? What the fuck does that mean?
The evening cicadas, clearly.
Well, they should have just called it When the Cicadas Cry then.
Well, that's too long. English people don't have that kind of patience.
But it's not, though, because Umineko is literally When the Seagulls Cry.
So yeah,
They could have done that.
And guess what Umineko is called in English? Umineko, When They Cry.
No fucking way.
That's what it's called.
The people who made the Umineko anime, little side tangent, those fuckers can suck my dick.
It's the same people who made this one, exact same people.
How did they fuck up so bad?
We'll get into that when we talk about Higurashi, because there's a lot of stuff we could actually discuss about that.
There's many things that could be talked about.
Yeah, but we also have simulcast discussion, including an anime we've been wanting to talk about for a while, but finally aired.
Did you see it?
No.
Oh, god damn it, Matt.
I was busy, obviously. So, we also have some pieces of news, including a couple, some big pieces of news that I think is worth talking about, and whatever else comes to mind on this podcast, because we all know that we never ever stay on topic here.
Never,
absolutely ever.
I know that the show will go off the air. It will be canceled one day with us talking about Reese's Puffs or some bullshit.
Yeah. Fucking talking about Nakaimo cream puffs once again.
It's almost like your lip is like a strawberry. It's so sweet and tender. The only reason I remember that is because I put it in the thumbnail.
Is it bad that I remember more about Nakaimo than some of the other anime we've covered?
I remember more about Nakaimo than fucking Ebiten.
I remember more about Nakaimo than some parts of Frank's.
I remember more about Nakaimo than I do, a majority of the ones that I was on.
I remember more of Nakaimo than my actual life.
Yeah, I remember more about Nakaimo than I do, High School of the Dead.
When did we watch that? We watched that back in, April. I don't even know what the fuck I was doing in April. I was watching Nakaimo.
I remember watching Nakaimo. That's gonna be in my brain now permanently, thanks to the fucking thanks to Josh.
Excuse me.
And partially me.
And partially me. And partially Shane. I think we should get started, though.
Yes.
Let's talk about some simulcasts. Now, Sarune finally premiered.
Yes,
it took
did.
way too long for this damn fucking thing to come out. I did not watch it. However, I will be watching it sometime this weekend, as of recording this. So I will be checking it out. Shane, did you check it out?
Of course I did.
How is it?
Okay. You know how you expect like a standard of quality from KyoAni?
Yes.
That's this show in a nutshell. It's if you know anything about KyoAni shows, you know pretty much what to expect.
That's a good thing then. That's a good thing.
It's a very good thing because Sarune had a great premiere. Basically everything you would expect, every good thing you would expect from a KyoAni show is here. It's got gorgeous animation, fantastic art direction, so far great cast of characters. It's already got a lot of emotional weight behind it, which makes me care. That's the key word here, care. Make me care about your show. And yeah, my sister made a very interesting point that I think Matt will understand once he finally watches it. Near the end of the show, it reminds me a lot of Yuri on Ice.
And Yuri on Ice reminds me a lot of Free.
Yes. The reason
it's all the same thing.
Yeah, the reason I make the comparison to Yuri on Ice is because the main character obviously shows about archery.
Yeah.
It's about the main character who something happened in his past to where he doesn't study archery, doesn't do archery anymore. And there are people that are forming a new club at his new high school, trying to get like really good archers to join to get more members. They try to force him into it, but then he has like flashbacks of his of what happened in his past, and he realizes, no, I'm not cut out for this. I'm not doing this. And then by sheer coincidence, he meets a really skilled archer, like one of the best in Japan. And the way I'm viewing it in my head, it seems almost like a Yuri on Ice mentor trainee relationship. It's like Yuri and Victor, except with archers. And if it goes in that direction, honestly, I could see the show being pretty great.
Let's hope, because I fucking love Yuri on Ice.
No, the relationship between Yuri and Victor is incredible.
Genuinely one of the best fucking relationships I've seen in a long time.
So if they go that direction with this show, I have no doubt that it'll be one of the best of the season, if not best of the year. And hey, if they want to go the yaoi path too, hey, I'm okay with gay.
I don't think they're going to.
I'm okay with gay though. Is the point?
I'm extremely okay. I don't know if they're going to.
I don't think they will, but if they do go the extra mile and make them gay, I'm like, hey.
Because the only reason Yuri on Ice went to that direction was because they have a director who got full creative control, and it's Studio Mappa, and Studio Mappa doesn't give fucks.
Yeah. They prove it time and time again they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Sarune. Sarune's pretty great. And hopefully it holds up that level of quality for the entire season, which it's KyoAni. Despite the fact that it got delayed a week past its original premiere, I highly doubt that this show is going to be a train wreck. Did Discord already drop? I swear to God. Yeah, it looks like it did. Oh, that's fun. Oh, way to start off the episode. With technical difficulties. That's always a fucking hoot and a holler. Apologies for the delay, everyone. We'll be right back.
Hey, hi.
Hey.
Hey, way to start the episode off with technical difficulties from our great friends at Discord. Hey, how's it going?
What the fuck?
We started off with Discord problems, so great way to start. But yeah, as I was saying, Sarune's great, and I hope it stays good. Anyway, what were you talking about, Spencer?
I was talking about Zombieland Saga.
Go ahead, talk about Zombieland Saga.
And I asked you if Zombieland Saga is on episode 4 yet.
Yes, I watched episode 4.
Okay. Well, so then in that case, after the podcast, I'll be watching episode 4. Zombieland Saga continues to be the epitome of the word confusion.
Honestly, I got the gist after like.
Well, no, not in that sense. Like the story is confusing, but like we watched the PV, we saw the fucking the teaser image.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is not what I was expecting when I first watched Zombieland. Hell, this wasn't what I was expecting when I watched the first episode.
They baited us. Us.
It was a hard bait, dude.
I was literally I was like, okay, it's gonna be like a kind of like an action horror, maybe with some comedic element. No, it's a fucking idol comedy.
It's an idol show with zombies.
It's an idol show with zombies. However, it does multiple genres of music, and I don't know if episode 4 still does idol shit, and they're kind of
yeah, they're still doing idol shit.
Okay, well then they might actually do different types of music because they already shown that apparently they got some fucking amazing rappers.
Oh yeah,
they can also
too.
Sakura can also heavy metal scream too.
Yeah. One thing I want to discuss about Zombieland Saga that's an issue is the jank CG for the dance sequences.
Oh god,
really jank, dude.
And I thought, okay, as a Love Live fan, I find it kind of funny, and also
you used to jank CG, I'm pretty sure.
And also, as a Bang Dream fan, I find it kind of funny. And also, okay, fine, I watch a lot of idol shows.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose.
I mean, it would make sense because they're zombies.
And also, they're trying to make fun of idol shows. This is an obvious satire.
This is a satire not only of idol shows but of the idol industry.
I can also confirm that episode 4 they're sticking to the jank CG because there was another dance sequence that was all in jank CG. So they're just opting to do all those in jank CG, which don't know how I feel about that.
I actually like it, but also. Yeah, Love Live, Bang
It's also
Dream,
very jank.
Idolish. It's very jank, though. But, holy shit. Can we all agree that Manager Kun is the best character?
The fucking character of the season.
Tatsumi
Miyano is a fucking god.
Tatsumi is... He's climbing the ranks of one of the best male characters of the entire year, actually. This guy is freaking...
I actually think that Mamono Miyano gives the best male performance of the year, by the way. The guy playing him gives the best performance
he's
of
just
the year.
He's full of absolute contempt for these girls.
He's got so much over-the-top bravado that...
You can tell that he wants Saga to be big, even though he doesn't know what Saga is. And
does any of them know what Saga is?
And maybe the one,
the legendary Tai.
Yeah,
the legendary Tai Yamada,
who's a zombie for the majority of the beginning of the show.
Will she actually wake up by the end of the show?
I don't honestly know.
I have no idea.
I think they just brought in that legendary fucking Saiyan to just do zombie noises.
The legendary.
If they did that, that's fucking funny. If they did that,
that's really funny.
What makes her? Why is she legendary? Nobody fucking
knows. Dude.
Everybody is legendary except for Sakura.
But
it's explained in the first episode.
But they're also from different time periods, so who even knows how old Tai is?
Yeah. Yugiri is fucking hundreds of years old.
Yugiri is from feudal Japan era.
I have a theory. What if Tai is the original
idol?
Like the first idol from the olden day, back in fucking ancient Japan.
And yet she wears a cute contemporary striped sweater that she got from HMB or something.
But no, Zombieland continues to be amazing, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And on to another amazing anime that I'm really, really enjoying. Motherfucking Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Episode 3 and episode 4.
You know what they could have done? And this isn't a criticism of the show. It's just something I noticed, just observation. They could have just made the first three episodes a movie.
Yeah,
because that's because much like Matt said, they covered those first couple of light novels, and it's a full story arc in that 3 episodes.
It's one light novel.
Is it one light novel?
Yeah, each light novel for this series focuses on a different girl, and it's like one arc essentially.
I really hope this show doesn't go into harem territory.
It does. From what I understand, it doesn't. But it's more like Bakemonogatari in that sense, where there is a main girl, and basically you have the main romance, but then there's a lot of like subplots and stuff with the rest of the.
Okay, so it's not like a harem. It's more so just.
It's
like,
not a harem.
It focuses on his
on the main relationship between
Well, yeah, the main relationship between
our leads. Yeah,
Sakuta and Mai. There you go.
Yes,
yeah, Sakuta and Mai.
And the other light novels are more so just like not plots. What I'm thinking of, like, the interactions between.
Yeah, if you want to know the next arc coming up, the arc that they're on right now is the second one, and it's going to focus on that girl that fucking wanted him to beat the shit out of her for calling him a pedophile.
Yes.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, she's up.
I've
next.
actually seen episode 4, so unless Spencer, did you see episode 4?
I have not seen episode 4 yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She's up next. If it ends how I think it's going to, the serial is going to end on light novel 5, which means that the reason why they focus so much on the sister early on is because she's the final arc of the show.
Oh boy!
So, that's because from what I understand, it was to understand a lot of that stuff was added in so they can have like build that shit up for like later on.
That's good foreshadowing then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as of episode 4, I can tell you that the arc is about that girl who wanted to beat the shit out of him for being a pedophile. But it's about she wants him to pretend to be her boyfriend to impress her girlfriends.
That's funny.
And Mai is not okay with it.
Obviously not.
Is this okay? Because I actually don't know. Considering that we got basically a love confession at the end of episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the shortest turnaround from like meeting to love?
It's one of the shortest I've ever seen.
It's like in a week we've met, we've gotten close, and now we're dating. Like that doesn't happen in real life, guys.
I mean, it kind of does at points, but you know,
it's never happened to me. Okay, therefore I can't say it.
LOL.
But
no one loves me.
Those two, I want to talk about, and actually, wait, fuck one more, just real quick. Run with the Wind.
I was going to talk about Run with the Wind.
Yes,
I started Run with the Wind.
It's amazing.
It's just Haikyuu with running, and I love it.
And a lot more serious.
Yes, Haikyuu is kind of a goofy team-based volleyball.
It's the goofy, hot-blooded shonen. We got to be the best volleyball team in the country. Here, it's
Haikyuu also fills me with joy every time I watch it.
You know what? Run with the Wind fills me with a different kind of joy, because this is one of the shows I specifically wanted to talk about today, because you guys know I had an issue with this show when it started, because in the first 5 minutes of the premiere, they introduced like 12 characters. I'm like, okay, overboard here, red flags, timeout. But over the last few weeks, seeing as how 4 episodes have aired, I have slowly but surely fallen in love with this damn show, because it is just so goddamn endearing, and it makes me feel joy inside in like a melancholic way, because this show really does melancholy like supremely well.
The animation in this show is fucking
and also gorgeous. You know, contender for best animation of the season. Like Production IG like knocked it out of the park with this fucking show in terms of visuals.
Yeah, oh my god, it looks so. I love Run with the Wind so much, and I'm so happy that like I'm so happy it's as good as it is, because I'm like, Production IG needs to like just make all the sports shows from now on.
Honestly.
Production IG has done what? They've done Haikyuu, they did
Kuroko Basket, Haikyuu, this, they worked on they've done a couple of others.
But like they put so much. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to say that Production IG puts the most love and passion into their sports animation.
Mm-hmm. Like from episode 1, scene 1, when fucking Kurihara's running down the street and fucking Haiji shows up next to him. Like the character animation there is so goddamn fluid. It's ridiculous.
It is actually dumb. Now, I want to talk about, because I looked this up, Because last season I kind of did this. I was like, hey, maybe I should do this for every season, see how everyone else is reacting to shows.
Are we doing most dropped shows?
Most dropped and least dropped shows, which shows are still being watched, which shows are not.
Which, ironically, one of the most dropped is the last show I wanted to talk about, so...
Yeah, well, technically the most dropped show is a show that none of us are watching.
Is that the Lolicon one?
That's Conception.
What the fuck is Conception?
Apparently it's fucking awful.
A Conception is based... You know it's Persona, but with, like, fucking... Like the Star Children shit, like that, whatever that is.
Oh, fuck, that one?
It's Persona with teenage pregnancy. Take that as you will.
Yeah, it has like a 4.5 on that.
It has a 4.95 on now. I just looked at it.
That's still below a 5, aka shit.
This sucks, apparently.
Dude, I just saw the fucking key visual, and it makes me want to throw up. What the fuck is
I kind of want to watch this just to see how bad it is, to be honest.
Same.
It's when something's below a 5, I'm usually a little curious. I'm like,
okay.
Like, how did we get here?
Hey, Matt.
Yeah?
Can I just take a second just to read off the synopsis for people who don't know?
Yeah,
sure, please. Let's hear this.
Okay, so the synopsis of Conception, done by Studio Gonzo.
Oh, Gonzo, okay.
Gonzo.
Here's the synopsis. On his high school graduation day, Itsuki's cousin Mahiro tells him that she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Just then, a gate of light emerges and transports the two into the world of Grandvania.
That's how pregnancy works.
In this land, impurities have been causing a disturbance to the stars, ultimately plunging Grandvania into chaos and disorder. And Itsuki, now revealed to be one who is fated to meet with the Star Maidens, is seen as Grandvania's last hope, and thus given the task to produce star children and combat the impurities. And unless this task is completed, Itsuki may never be able to return home.
What the fuck?
They don't actually fuck. From what I understand, the Star Children are made through like some kind of like dance or something.
Oh well,
like,
then that's a fucking cop out.
Yeah,
okay.
They don't fuck. It's all platonic too. It's all platonic.
Also, fucking, I'm looking at the character designs for the Star Children. They look like fucking discount knockoff lolly fucking Fire Emblem
That's
characters.
because what they are. That's what they are.
This is wrong, Matthew.
That's just what they are, Spencer.
This is ranked number 9,522. Which means there are 9,521 anime better than this shit.
yeah. Fucking yeah, it's the most. That's technically the most dropped show of the season. For good reason. Other contenders for most dropped of the season we have is Goblin Slayer at number 2.
Yeah, makes sense.
Goblin Slayer, and then number 3 is Zombieland Saga,
which
not
is
not surprising.
Wait, just 1 second. I just don't want to interrupt you. So we'll give you like ASMR right now. Just get close to the microphone. Okay, you're good. I didn't want to open my can when you were talking.
Just the Zombieland Saga is number 3. I'm not surprised considering the marketing and the fact that some people didn't want to watch an idol show. I'm pretty sure.
But it's not. I don't even know what to say here because it's like sure it's an idol show, but it's like completely different from every other idol show, and it's like people watch Zombieland Saga, for fuck's sake.
Fucking no, a lot of people watching Zombieland. Like that's the thing. Like a lot of these shows, like most dropped, it's because there's a lot of other people watching them. Like Goblin Slayer is number 2 on most dropped, but it's still the second most watched show of the season right now.
Yeah, because it had a very interesting start.
Yeah, it has more views.
Yes. We'll be right back. No, not that one. God damn it. It always seems that things never go my way. Things never go my way, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a never-ending cycle of bullshit. There's so much bullshit happening right now. Oh, cool. That's cool. Man, I love Discord. Discord tries to update in the middle of a fucking call, and because the update fails, it just decides to not work anymore. It just decided to stop working. Wow. Way to go, Discord. Man, I love Discord.
We're just talking about the least drop shows of the season. How Sumo's actually one of them.
Wait, what?
Sumo's one of the least drop shows of the season.
That bullshit.
What?
That's some bullshit because Sumo's great.
Yeah, no, I said least dropped.
Least dropped.
Oh, sorry. I was yelling at Discord again.
Is your Discord exploding?
Discord for some reason likes to try and update in the middle of a fucking call, and because the update doesn't want to go through, therefore Discord decides it just doesn't want to work today. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna make you wait like a minute, and if this update doesn't go through, you're fucked. Deal with it, bro. But don't worry, it's working fine.
Shane, you said you had one other show to talk about.
Oh yeah, it was one of the other most drop shows of the season. Ulysses, the Joan of Arc show.
Oh yeah, Ulysses is not the most dropped. It's not the most dropped, but it's
one of the more dropped.
Number 5, number 6.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's why if you go over to my Mao, you'll notice that not a lot of shows are dropped. They're
just in the plan to watch list.
Exactly. They're just in the plan to watch list, never to be watched or to be watched.
Never to be watched or seen by anyone, including Spencer.
To be watched in like fucking 25 years.
Yes.
It's like, you go look at that. Oh, Ulysses! I forgot I had this. I need to watch this.
Why am I watching Ulysses?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to know, Ulysses is just bad.
25 years later, I'm still waiting for Sirius the Jagger.
Didn't last week you were saying that you actually kind of liked the last episode of Ulysses?
Okay, here we fucking go. Okay, so Ulysses is just kind of bad. It's not the worst show I've ever seen, but it's just kind of boring and nothing really happens, and there's some really gross shit. Like, it gets into, like, it's almost borderline ecchi sometimes.
From what I heard, I think it's technically classified as ecchi.
Yeah, it shows. All the female characters' defining traits are their massive tits. And, except Joan of Arc herself, who is, like, an 11-year-old girl with, like, no chest whatsoever.
Okay.
And, this is also the show I was talking about. There's a major ass pull in the first episode because
a major ass pull in the third episode.
Yeah, the whole point is that the main character Montmorency, his best friend Richmond gets kidnapped by the English, and he's like, "Well, shit, I gotta go save her immediately, or else the English will fucking kill her." And then he decides, well, I'm not powerful enough to take on the English army, therefore I need to inherit the power of the Philosopher's Stone in order to gain the power I need to beat them. But in order to do that, I need to create an elixir that will save me from the poison of the Philosopher's Stone so that its overwhelming power doesn't kill me. So he starts working on an elixir, and a certain amount of time passes, and he's like, well, fuck, I can't make this elixir. What's wrong with me? And then it turns out that by working on the elixir with his alchemy, his concept of time has been skewed, and he's actually been working on this elixir for 7 fucking years. For 7 years without him fucking knowing. He just thinks it's been a couple days, and then when he finds out it's been 7 years, he's like, fucking what? Credits.
1 second, this is a selfie of my expression when you were talking about this. I'm just waiting for it to load them, and it'll be in podcast.
I want to see it.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a face. That's for sure.
It is a face. I do.
I'm waiting for this
fucking-
to load before I go back into Ulysses because I need to see this.
I mean, keep talking. I'll let you know when
Okay, well, so major ass pull in the first episode. It's like, okay, that's some bullshit. How did you not know it's been 7 years? The whole point is that you're supposed to save her, like, immediately, and you spend fucking 7 years trying to make this elixir. A, you're stupid, and B, that makes no sense. And then the gross shit starts happening, because it turns out, when he was making the elixir, he absorbed some of it, and therefore, his body is now a fucking elixir factory that just produces an endless amount of elixir. So he just, like, starts barfing up elixir for no reason. He's like, what the fuck's happening to me? And his fairy apprentice is like, oh, remember when you absorbed that elixir? Yeah, your body is just elixir now.
What the fuck?
And then he starts barfing up elixir, and he's like, well, this is a thing. And then he's like, now that my body is just elixir, I can't consume the Philosopher's Stone and gain its power. Fuck, what do I do now? And then he meets Joan of Arc, whose village gets attacked by the English, and she's about to die with a fucking sword through her back. So he decides to shove half of the Philosopher's Stone into her wound, and then make... Oh, there it is. Hold on. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me grab this real quick so I can put it on screen because everyone needs to see this.
Everyone needs to see. This is Spencer's face talking about Ulysses.
Yeah,
right?
this is basically, you know what? Dead on. This is how I feel about Ulysses. But anyway, as I'm loading this up, so it turns out he can't inherit the Philosopher's Stone, so he shoves half of it into Joan's back. And she gains the power of the Philosopher's Stone because he makes out with her French kissing style to give her some elixir. And then she becomes a badass fucking demon warrior who kills all the English. And you know, I'm loading up the Spencer image because even just talking about it now, this is how I feel. This is how I fucking feel because this show is stupid and gross and dumb. Where's the face? There's the face.
That's the face, boys.
There's
and girls.
the face.
There it is.
There it is. You see those lips? That's how I feel.
That is Shane talking about Ulysses right now.
I apologize for the way I look, people. I just woke up.
Anyway, so back to story time. So he shoves his tongue down her throat to give her some elixir. She turns into a fucking demon warrior. And it's like, oh, by consuming the power of the Philosopher's Stone, you have become the legendary warrior Ulysses, but you can only be Ulysses for 3 minutes before your power runs out. But it turns out, because she's so young, that her reserves of elixir run out really quick. And it turns out Ulysses needs elixir to survive. So they could have gone several directions with this.
Oh my god.
They could have gone several directions with this plot point to make it not gross, but they decided to go with the brother-sister gross anime shit.
Yep.
Because Montmorency looks at her and he's like, you know what, I kind of view myself as your older brother, and older brother does everything for his younger sister, just name it and I'll do it. And she's like grabbing her crotch, and she's like tugging at her collar, and she's all blushy and shit, and she's like, I fucking need some elixir, man. Give it to me right now. I need it. And then she fucking tackles him into a bush and proceeds to shove her tongue down his throat to get some elixir. And it's like, okay, one major ass pulls that don't make sense. 2, kind of boring generic fantasy shit. 3, ecchi. And 4, incest.
And no, we already
there
had
you go.
an incest show this season. It's called My Sister, My Writer, and it looks like shit. So I think that, like, I don't know what.
So there you go. That's why
bad.
Ulysses is kind of poo, and not in the guilty pleasure sense. This show's just kind of bad.
Shane. That sounds really bad.
This show is just bad. It's not. I was thinking, like, I was gonna give it 3 episodes. Because I was like, you know what? I'll give it 3 episodes, and if it can hook me by the end of the 3rd episode, I'll keep watching it. Even if it ends up being bad, it could be a guilty pleasure for me. Who knows? No, this show's just bad. And the thing that pisses me off the most about it is that most of the episodes are either just boring generic fantasy stuff or really gross ecchi stuff. Except for the final scenes of the episodes, which are usually really fucking cool action scenes. And that kind of gets my interest. I'm like, okay, there's all this other bullshit that I have to deal with, but this scene was pretty cool. And then at the end of episode 3, I thought to myself, is this show worth watching? Is every episode worth 20 minutes of gross, ecchi, generic bullshit to get to the really cool action? And I decided, no, it ain't fucking worth it.
No, it's not.
Why are you... there you go.
Why is Alex in here?
I don't fucking know.
Whatever. Anyway.
Whatever.
So I was like, is it worth watching a show every week to watch like 18, 20 minutes of generic ecchi bullshit to get to the cool action stuff? No, it's not. Ulysses is just bad and not in the good way. If you had if you were interested at all to watch this show, and I know you two were, don't bother. It's not good.
You underestimate my capacity to handle garbage shit.
I know, Matt. I'm just saying.
I ain't doing that shit. I am not. That is the same idea of like saying, saying, oh, this whole thing is bad except for one thing. That's like saying, sure, Roman Polanski is a child rapist, but he made The Pianist. That's a good movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it.
God damn. Speaking of, like, incest.
Why are we talking about incest?
No, fucking My Sister, My Writer. You know that shit?
I actually don't.
It's Garbo.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Have you... I just want to bring it up because I have not watched it, nor will I watch it.
No.
But I have seen clips of the animation of this show.
Is it bad?
Okay. You remember March on Madsen from a couple of seasons from earlier?
Oh, you mean the show that literally didn't get finished?
Yeah, it looks like that.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Oh boy, a contender for worst animation of the year, easy.
Oh my god,
spicy.
Matthew,
Yeah.
The only two things the director has done is My Wife is the Student Council President, and My First Girlfriend is a G.A.P.
This is how I feel talking about this shit.
I heard that second one was pretty good.
Hold on.
But I don't know. I don't know.
I brought up the Spencer picture again. I need to get a better angle of it. This is how I feel when we're talking about this. Just you see this pouty-lipped boy. This is me right now.
That is straight up you, and
I don't like this.
I think it's time talking about simulcast.
I think it's time that we move on from the simulcast.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, that's my final thoughts in Ulysses. Don't watch it. It's shit.
What the fuck?
Spencer?
Spencer?
Fuck that. Fuck that fucking show. Suck my dick, you fucking incest-loving cunts.
Oh,
okay.
I think he's looking at My Sister, My Writer.
Yeah.
We should have dropped more nukes.
We should.
Here on the G.A.P, we do not condone racism or xenophobia in any shape or form.
We do not condone nuclear war or attacks on any civilization whatsoever. However, remember Hiroshima? Remember that bomb?
Yes.
Do that again.
Okay. This is purely
Please.
for comedy and for laughs.
This is how the Japanese will feel.
However, if you don't give me a second season of Baccano or more light novels, I will actually bomb you, and that's a promise.
Okay, let's move on before Spencer becomes full-blown terrorist.
All right, we have two pieces of news this week.
Cool.
Both of them involve movies. Both of them are kind of big. So the first one is Konosuba news.
Yes, I like Konosuba.
It's Konosuba news. Now we talked about the Konosuba movie a while ago, when it was announced back earlier this year, in the spring. However, we didn't know when it was coming out. Well, we do now. The official Twitter account for the Kadokawa Bunko imprint posted a picture on Saturday featuring the 15th volume of Natsume Akatsuki's Konosuba, light novel series. The Wraparound Jacket band features the novel, announces that the previously reviewed anime film project will open in 2019, and the novel will ship on September 1st. Tayomi Kanasuki will return from the previous 2 anime seasons to direct the film, not at Dean, but at JC staff. Makoto Uzu, who wrote the screenplay for both seasons, will return, as well as Koichi Kututa, who will return to do all the character designs, and Masato Koda will return to compose the music. The entire cast in the original show will also return. So basically, same staff, just at a different studio, because Dean doesn't do movies. So
Yeah.
Shane still needs to watch Konosuba.
I have nothing to say about this because I haven't seen Konosuba.
I love Konosuba.
Shane should watch Konosuba.
I know I
You
should.
really should. I genuinely think you would love Konosuba.
It's almost like, we'll cover Konosuba eventually on the podcast, and then I'll have to watch it.
More than likely, we will.
Yeah.
It's probably going to happen. I'm excited for this. I don't know when it's going to come out in 2019. I'm going to say like probably summer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
By the summer. Whether or not I don't know if is it going to be we still don't know if it's an original story or if it's going to cover stuff in light novels. Who the fuck knows?
Who knows?
My guess is original story, to be honest. I think it's probably going to be an original story, more than likely. But we'll see what happens. More than likely, because of this, we're probably going to get... I will not be surprised if we get a 3rd season of Konosuba after this, which would be nice, I feel.
Which Josh will freak the fuck out about.
Oh, yeah. Josh will freak the fuck out. Definitely. And also, rip Josh for not being on this podcast to talk about Konosuba news.
Yeah, rip.
Because he's a big dumb.
Rip? Hold on. I gotta send him rip again. Rip?
Isn't he at work?
I don't know.
Oh,
he's probably at school.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
What a fucking dummy.
No, but Konosuba movie coming next year. Speaking of movies, he's probably the biggest news week. And news that kind of came out of nowhere, I'm not going to lie.
Ironically, after the actual My Hero movie came out.
Yeah, very ironically. And it's news that... But news I don't think any of us were expecting to get, at least right now. I think it's kind of obvious, but like we didn't expect it. Legendary Entertainment announced on Wednesday that it's producing a live action adaptation of Koro Horikoshi's My Hero Academia manga. Alex Garcia and Jay Ashenfelter will be overseeing the project for Legendary Entertainment. They previously were the producers. They were previously producers involved in both Pacific Rim and the Monsterverse, which is the Godzilla King Kong stuff for Legendary. While Ryosuke Yoritomi, the manga's editor, will oversee the project for Shueisha as a co-producer. Toho will help distribute the film in Japan, which means that this is going to be a Japanese-American co-production. No word on whether Horikoshi is involved. There is no confirmation on that. We don't know if that is actually happening.
One would assume that he would be if Jump and his editor are involved.
Yeah. I don't know to what extent. Outside of that, we have no other information. We just know it's happening.
No, actually, you're wrong, Matt. We do have more information. We have this lovely image.
Oh, is it the cursed image?
It's the cursed image. Hold on. Let me find it. Because we have a groundbreaking official image from the My Hero movie.
G.A.P exclusive.
It just leaked this week. There it is. That's right, folks. You see Dwayne The Rock Johnson playing the boy All Might. Down here, we got some lovely casting choices for our boys. We got Michael Cera playing Deku. We got Emma Stone playing the girl Uraraka. We got Canada's own, Canada's darling, Justin Bieber playing the boy Katsuki Bakugo. And Ida is just a fucking suit of armor.
Yeah.
What's ironic is that some of those I don't hate.
Is that this movie technically already exists?
It's called Sky High.
Also, this movie already exists. It's called Two Heroes.
It's called Two Heroes. I'm not surprised.
This movie already exists. It's called the hit manga written by Toei Horikoshi, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I'm just kidding. That isn't even written by...
that's not even written by Horikoshi, dude.
Horikoshi.
I'm like, what?
This is a cursed image, and I need it to be removed from my retinas.
but talk it. But now we don't know any other information about the film, pretty much. So who knows whether this thing's gonna fucking happen?
Who knows, man?
Because this is basically just an announcement of, hey, we're working on no director, no writer, no nothing. I'd say we wait until we hear a director announcement.
Yeah.
Until we actually start to speculate on this thing. Because I think a live action My Hero could be done well if it's done correctly.
If they get the right people on it and they give it the budget it deserves, it's a superhero movie. You know, it's kind of hard to fuck those up nowadays. Unless you're DC.
Unless you're DC. They should take a plate from Marvel's checkbook and just do that.
Yeah, just make a Marvel movie with My Hero. That's all you need to do.
I wouldn't hate that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it would actually be pretty good if that's the direction they went. Just make a Marvel-style movie, but with My Hero. That's literally all you need to do to make this good.
They just need to do that. I'm and here's the thing, to a general audience, just pitch it as X-Men. But if X-Men were the norm,
yes,
that's exact. That
My Hero is basically like opposite X-Men.
Yeah, and you can just do that and be like, and it's like, huh, okay.
Does that mean that Principal Nezu is Charles?
Get out of my head, Charles. But
we don't really have much to talk about with this, do we?
Yeah, we don't have anything because we don't have much.
We don't have anything.
No. I'm more interested in. I more just want to mention it because it's because we love My Hero, and it's kind of a big deal that we're getting a live action film this quickly.
Yeah, we just had the actual anime film,
and only 3 seasons of this show.
I mean,
the show just started airing on TV in America like a half a year ago.
Yeah, which begs the question, how much of the actual story will this movie cover?
I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing. Obviously, if they do a movie, there's going to be stuff they need to condense and change for a movie, and that's fine.
It's inevitable.
Here's what you do. You put you kind of move things around a little bit and make the film mainly about All For One. Move it around a little bit. Move it around a little bit. Move Stain out of the picture for a second. Move Stain out of the picture. Give Stain his own film. Stain deserves his own film.
Yeah.
Move him out of the way for a little bit. Kind of rearrange things a bit so that way you can make it about All Might and All For One.
That and I mean, if we're just going strictly by just how far they can go, in theory, if we give it hour and 45, 2 hours, you could get up to maybe the UA Sports Fest. You could definitely get up to the USJ attack, but that's
obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
You could easily condense the first season into a movie.
Yeah, you pretty much could. Whether you easily could. I don't know how. I'm very interested to see what they do with it. If it happens, because who knows what the fuck this is actually gonna happen? Because anime films are notorious for being in development fucking hell.
We could not hear anything about this for 3 years after this.
Yeah, for 3 years. Remember we got news about the live action Naruto 2 years ago.
Dead.
Nothing since. So fucking, and of course we get Akira news every year of the movie's still happening.
Nope.
Live action Akira is still happening. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, dude.
Probably not. Didn't we cover news of the Akira live action movie on the podcast?
He was rumored to be attached to direct or something.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to Watiti, he's still technically in talks. So
yeah, take that with a grain of salt because that was 6 months ago.
Yeah, he's still technically in talks, so it's not. I don't know.
So who knows? Who knows if this movie's ever even gonna actually be made? Who fucking knows, man?
Yeah, who fucking knows? don't fucking. I think we need to wait on Alita first. To see if that does well.
Yeah.
Depending on how Alita Battle Angel does.
Yeah. Fucking. On a side note, Alita looks dope as shit. So
It has Christoph Waltz in it.
it does. It looks dope as fuck. Okay,
Indeed.
so but let's move on. I think
Wait.
we're kind of.
Speaking of dope as fuck,
Yeah?
last night at midnight, the second season of the Netflix Castlevania show came out.
Oh yeah, it
Right.
did.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
not really anime.
It's animated.
It's animated, therefore it's anime. Who fucking cares? Avatar is the best anime ever made.
And Avatar.
Avatar is an anime. Fuck y'all, it's anime.
Avatar is an anime.
Yeah.
It's an anime in my heart.
But anyways, yeah, now we can continue. I just wanted to say that.
All right, so I think we should move on
Yes.
to sales chart. Now, normally the site I use for sales chart is dead.
Yes.
Um,
Officially dead, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. But I have backups, so it's okay. It's all good. The big deal is that Attack on Titan started releasing its Blu-rays.
Ooh.
Predictably, it's doing very, very well.
Jeez, it's almost like Attack on Titan is a fucking powerhouse in Japan.
Yeah, this is the first year though it's beaten by something else in its first week. It got beaten by Free.
Okay, that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
It got
have
beat
Free and Attack on Titan ever aired in the same season?
I don't think so, actually.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think so.
I really don't think so. I think this is like the first time they did. But Attack on Titan did very well. Hanabata continues to bomb and
Aww.
bomb hard. It's not as bad as Caligula, which sold like 180 copies.
Hey, that's 180 more than I expected.
But that means 180 people liked Caligula enough to buy it.
That's commitment.
Other than that, nothing too major. It's pretty much exactly what you would expect. What's really surprising me though, just how well things are doing, is fucking Pretty Derby is like fucking selling like
Uma Musume.
fucking
The fucking horse girl anime?
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
boy!
it sold like it had like a special like limited edition release this week, and it sold like 15,000.
I need to watch that show.
I've heard it's good.
Yeah,
Like,
I've heard
that's
it's really good. So
yeah, but and I'm like I'm pretty sure it's gonna get a season 2 at this point. Like I'm pretty sure it is, because it's selling way too well to be like a coincidence.
yeah.
It's funny because this is confusing, and then you see this is confusing to me. This current one, because because unlike the anime, like the one I previously used is only anime, this one has like all animation that's in Japan, which includes like foreign stuff. And you'll see that like compared to like anime and stuff, like fucking foreign stuff does a lot better. Like Coco has sold like 1 million copies, and it's fucking stupid. And
Wow,
it's on
Japan.
the list for some reason. Fucking Boss Baby sold like 70,000.
Japan's weird.
Japan's stupid. But yeah, we're pretty much. I think we're pretty much done with all that, and now it's time to move on to our featured anime of the podcast, our final anime for the month of Spook, and that is the mystery horror. Higurashi no Naku Koro ni, directed by Chiaki Kon and by Toshifumi Kawase from Studio Dean. It aired for 2 seasons. In total 50 episodes. Season 1 was 26 episodes, and it aired from April 4th, 2006 to September 26th, 2006. And Season 2 aired for 24 episodes from July 7th, 2007 to December 17th, 2007. Both seasons are currently licensed by Sentai Filmworks, and you can watch it in the link below on HIDIVE.
You can watch this shit on HIDIVE. Don't watch it dubbed, though. Don't watch season
Don't
1
watch it
dubbed.
Do not watch it.
Only
dubbed.
Season 1 is dubbed anyways, so it's kind of not worth it anyways.
Plus, it's shit, so...
So, but you can watch it in the link below, exclusively on HIDIVE.
Yes.
Higurashi follows a group of kids living in the town of Hinamizawa, which is kind of like a small village in the rural Japan. Every year they have what's known as the Wakanadashi Nashi Festival. I probably butchered that.
Yeah, I feel like you did.
Yeah, I probably did. I butchered that. Or Khan Festival, which gives reference to their local god, the Shrine God. While this event is going on, there is a murder. There's a murder. And someone goes missing at the same time. And this leads to a cycle of events that ends in grim death.
This leads to a clusterfuck of emotional and mental trauma.
This emotional trauma, and they all kill each other. But then everything resets again and again and again. But why? Why is it looping? That's the question.
I don't know, Matt, you tell me.
Why are they all killing each other? You have to watch it. Well, the answer is it's more complicated than you think, actually. It's very complicated.
Yeah, it's a little too complicated at times.
Now, before we get started, normally we as you all know, we talk spoilers in these sections.
Uh-huh.
If you have not watched Higurashi, please do not. Please watch Higurashi before watching the section of this video.
Yeah, back out right now.
Yeah, back out. Higurashi is one of those shows that you need to go into as blind as possible. So I highly recommend, if you have not watched Higurashi, please go watch Higurashi. Watch both seasons, the entire thing. Come back, listen to us talk about it. All right?
Cool.
So, Higurashi's 2 seasons. So we're gonna do what we did. We're gonna do the cast a couple times. We covered multiple seasons on the podcast. We're gonna take this one season at a time. We're gonna start with the first season. Simply titled Higurashi no Naku Koro ni, or its English title, which shall not be named because it's garbage.
It's on the fucking screen, Matt.
Yeah, you can find it on the screen, but I refuse. I am not going to say it. So, Shane, This is your first time watching Higurashi, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I had never seen Higurashi before we prepped for this podcast.
What did you think of Higurashi?
This show fucked my brain raw. Okay, I'm just gonna, before I actually get into my thoughts, because I need to clarify. If you're gonna watch this show, don't watch it the way I did. Don't binge both seasons in the span of a week, because you will die. Your brain will melt. It's not gonna be a good time. You need to take this show at a slower pace because it demands it. That being said, this is a great show. I really didn't know what to expect going into this. I just know that it's some kind of fucked up, and ooh, boy, is it fucked.
It's very fucked.
I wasn't expecting this level of a mystery, though, because going into this, I was expecting, psychological horror. I was expecting gore. I was expecting all these different things.
It's got those.
But I wasn't expecting such a huge mystery to fucking be looming over this entire show. And I kind of really appreciate that, because the history of Hinamizawa and the mystery behind the deaths every year really elevates my level of interest in the show to one I didn't think I was going to get to before I started watching this. The mystery behind everything makes this show infinitely more interesting than I think it would have been without it. And even though I did binge this show in an ungodly amount of time, and I regret that, I still enjoy the show for what it was worth, and it was a very, very good mystery horror show on top of that. This show is fucked. If you are squeamish or faint of heart, do not watch this show, because you might actually die.
Out of all the shows we covered in the Month of Spook, this is the one that actively tries to scare you the most.
Yeah. Whether or not it succeeds is up for debate, but
it's up for debate. It's definitely creepy. It's definitely creepy. So there's that. It's definitely disturbing.
But yeah, my first reactions were nothing but positives. This show is great. It does great things with its horror and with its mystery. It's got a great cast of characters. Yeah, it just fucks your brain, dude. Don't do what I did.
Spencer, what do you think of Higurashi?
Go for it, Spencer. Tell us.
So, Higurashi, or the full English title that should be "When the Evening Cicadas Cry," is a. I played the visual novel. Actually, I played and beaten the entire. Correction, I played and beaten the entire sound novel.
All 8 volumes of it.
All 8 volumes of it. And it's outstanding. It's a perfect fucking. It's literal perfection when it comes to sound novel. And I played and beaten the other one, Umineko. Mm-hmm. And Umineko is also perfection. But I had never seen the anime for Higurashi. I'd seen clips. I'd heard tales of its terror, of its blood and gore and violence and mystery. But I never actually watched it, mostly because I'm a big puss.
See our Parasite episode for confirmation on that.
Yeah. So during the month of Spook, I tried my best to do Parasite, but I couldn't. But I beat this, and wow, what a fucking fantastic anime! Do not watch the dub. Do not.
It's actually here's
this
the thing.
Dub is awful.
I watched this on HIDIVE, and the great thing about HIDIVE is you can switch between the language options seamlessly. So in the middle of an episode, I was like, you know what? Let's check out the dub. Let's see what's going on here. Click. 5 seconds later, click. Never doing that again.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those dubs.
It's pretty bad.
It's done by Studio Bean, correct?
And it's not funny bad, the bad dubs from the 90s. It's not that. It's just bad. It's just poorly made.
It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh.
No. This is early Sentai dub stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Yeah. It's done by Studio Bean, I believe.
Yeah, the show's done by Studio Bean.
The animation, at least
is inconsistent as hell.
Yes, inconsistent is a good word for it. However, the characters are quote-unquote, they're not likable. None of these characters are likable.
I'd argue that they are. I like them.
There are some that are likable, but in not a technical sense. Some are protect-worthy, but a lot of the characters are just, they have arcs. That they have question arcs where they go through some shit. But the characters are enjoyable. The villain is enjoyable. The mystery is really difficult to understand.
Yeah.
On first watch, mind you.
They really go they go too far into it sometimes.
And man, why does Neon have a fucking gun?
Yeah, why does she have a fucking gun, Matt? You told me, cool. All will be answered. And yet they never explain why she just walks around Hinamizawa with a fucking gun in a holster.
It's an airsoft gun. It's not an actual gun.
Man, that would have been great to know if the show had said it.
You don't need the visual novel doesn't say anything about it either.
Well, it's one of those things that needs an explanation. Because why does the fucking teenage girl walk around with a gun?
She's a Yakuza bitch. She's a Yakuza member.
Yeah, but still, just a sentence.
First season is really, really good, and I'm gonna let Matt gush about it for.
Oh boy, there's a reason I picked this one. So I have been singing Higurashi's praises for years, for a very, very long time, and I finally get to say it on podcast, on the record now. I get to say on the record that Higurashi is the best horror anime ever made, and for me it always has been, and probably will stay that way for a very long time unless something else comes out to fucking just shake my world in the next couple of in my anime watching career. Higurashi, I don't think I've seen a show that better encapsulates what a fucking walking nightmare is, and yet this is it. If there was if there was a nightmare in animation form, it's this. it's never ending. It constantly it's just a constant stream of death and sadness and despair, but it fucking works. And not only, and as Shane said, not only that, it has like a really damn good mystery to it, because it's the way this show is structured is genius in that like it allows like the same events to be replayed over and over again, but from different perspectives. So that way you get like the same. So basically, every time you see the same event, you have a completely new understanding of what's actually going on. So basically, in this one show, you have a better understanding of like this 1 week time span of the show that they constantly repeat, more than some shows do in their like entire runs. And the way the show is written allows for that to really shine, especially when it focuses on specific characters and how you see each specific character react to a specific situation. Sometimes they're rational, sometimes they're not, most of the time they're not. And I think that I can't be remiss and not talk about my love for Higurashi without mentioning Kenji Kawai's absolutely brilliant soundtrack. Which is fucking genius. One of his absolute best, up there with his work in Ghost in the Shell, and Mob Psycho as some of his best work. He's an absolutely amazing composer, and this is easily some of his his best soundtrack work.
Dude, I also want to bring. I'm that guy. I notice every fucking podcast I'm in. I want to bring special attention to the OP.
Yeah.
Yes.
The OP for season 1 is fucking great.
Season 1 is that, and I haven't said this since Beck, actually, but the OP for season 1 of Higurashi perfectly encapsulates the type of show you are about to watch.
It really does.
If you watch the OP for Higurashi and you're confused about what the show is about, that's fine. It is a mystery. However, if you watch the OP and expect it to be an idol show or a slice of life, then I'm sorry, but you might be mentally slow.
You don't know what kind of show you're. One thing I love about the OP, the OP is absolutely fucking fantastic. Like the chanting in the beginning, the creepy
Here's
like
a drop.
background music.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I can legally play.
And the symbolism of the flowers. There's like 4 kinds of flowers. All of them are different colored, and they all reflect the different characters in the show itself. The way how the opening plays like to its visual novel roots by having like a standard visual, like taking the standard visual novel opening of, hey, here's all the different girls, but instead of putting them in like the cutesy positions that they normally put them in, they put them in scenes of
murder
and like fucking murder.
Fucking Rina has her giant knife.
Yeah.
It's a cleaver.
And she's just walking through a field of flowers, licking the blood off of her hands. It's like, okay, this bitch crazy.
Mion is going insane. Fucking Sadako's sad because that's her character.
Yeah.
Sad.
Sad,
and
the anime.
Rika is mysterious, just like her fucking has the mask.
The mask.
Because guess what? She puts on a mask to her friends. Because she's actually something completely different, and I didn't realize that until I just said it. Actually,
no one realizes what she really is because she's like a different entity entirely.
Yeah, but let's get into it because we'll get into it. Higurashi is well known for splitting its episodes into arcs, but because we're gonna have 2 sections for this. Actually, we have 2. Well, we have what we thought was our best favorite arc. But for right now, let's talk about Spencer. What was your favorite individual episode of Higurashi, season 1 at least?
My favorite individual episode, and I got it up early this time, is Episode 1, the beginning, part of the Spirited Away by the Demon arc.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okakushihen, yeah.
Yes. Onikakushihen, yes.
Okakushihen, yeah.
So, this first episode, hell, fuck it, the first 5 seconds of the anime, if the cold open, I believe that first episode is
it's the cold open, yeah.
If the cold open doesn't put your mind on what type of show this is, if the OP doesn't put your mind on what type of show this is, this episode makes it very fucking clear that don't trust anybody. This town is not what it seems. And all these chicks and dudes, everybody in this town is fucking nuts. And it only builds off that in this arc until you're left wondering, are these people actually psychopaths? Or is this a curse? Or is it both? Is the curse bringing out the psychopathic tendencies of these people? And the first episode, the cold open alone, made it my favorite. But just, it encapsulates, it introduces my favorite character, obviously. It introduces all the characters. It introduces my favorite character of the first part. And Spit shows off our side characters, but once again gives you, especially near the end of the episode, that kind of like, is everything okay in this
No, it's
town?
not. No, it's not.
It plays with your expectations and completely like, because you know that opening, and then you watch the rest of the episode, you're constantly on edge. You're kind of just like, you don't know how to feel the entire time.
Even though 75% of that episode is slice of life, wacky slice of life comedy, slapstick, and then that's what this show is good at. By the way, usually I would say tonal dissonance, but Higurashi pulls off this where it doesn't feel like total dissonance.
Its comedy is really good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Episode 1 is my favorite.
Can we talk about what Matt brought up last night? That one of the best parts of Higurashi is just everyone shitting on Keiichi.
Yes.
Like every chance they get, they shit on this boy.
My favorite character gets shit on the fucking most.
Every time it happens, it's funny.
There's wow, Keiichi, so you fucking idiot.
Was fucking fucking Shane. What's your favorite episode of season 1?
Okay, my favorite episode is later on in the season during one of the show's answer arcs. My favorite episode is episode 20.
Cold Hands.
Yes, because mainly for one reason, and this is the episode that finally follows up with the now infamous scene of Rika stabbing herself in the neck
with the knife.
Because I've seen that scene before, obviously, but with no context, because I've never seen the show before. So in episode 5, when the first scene is Rika stabbing herself in the neck in front of fucking Mio, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And they never bring it up again for 15 more episodes, until finally during Shion's arc, when it's revealed that, this is the result of fucking Rika trying to jump Shion, who's disguising herself as Mion, and some shit happens, and now we're here. And this show, this episode in particular, really, for me, it's fucked. This really encapsulates the tone of Higurashi beautifully, this one episode, because it's never what you expect it to be. It's fucked up beyond belief. And it just leaves you. It just leaves you sitting there wondering, how the fuck did this happen? And this episode does that really fucking well. And plus, all the stuff with Shion is arguably the best stuff in the entire show. So, bonus for that.
It's so good. There's a lot of for me, I could go with episode 20 for its disturbing depths. I can go for episode 21. For the scene of for also being fucked up beyond belief.
Mm-hmm.
I could go episode. I could go episode 18 having I could go episode 17 for the scene where Shion gets her fingernails ripped off, for being one of the most disturbing fucking sequences in this entire show. That wasn't in the original visual novels, by the way. That was added in. The fingernail scene, like that was something that they added in later on. But for my personal favorite episode, I'm gonna go. No, but for my personal favorite episode of the show, I'm gonna go episode. I'm going episode 8, Wish, which is the end of Mion's arc. Because it fucks with you. This is an episode that completely 100% fucks with you on every level. Because as we'll know from later on, that's not actually what Mion's not the one doing this. It's Shion.
Yes.
But at the time, we're pretty sure it's Mion, and the way it fucks with you by belief, like it with the demons and the whole thing with the and the torture chamber scene, everything with and Mion appearing to at the very end of the episode, where Mion appears to Keiichi where it appears to Keiichi and kills him. Where you later find out that it was just Keiichi going fucking insane and like fucking just hallucinating to death, essentially. The episode's actually fucking brilliant, and the way and just the direct, like the way Chiaki Kon directed the torture scene is absolutely great. Like, it's so much tension. You just feel the molasses amount of tension. Like, you know it's fuck shit's about to happen, but it just takes its time getting there, and it slowly move the handle forward, and you're just like on the edge of your seat the entire time. It's just absolutely fucking great. Shane?
Yes, we agree.
Were you dead?
No, I was listening to everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't have anything to say. I was listening to what you were talking about, Matt.
Oh,
because everything you said was true.
Let's talk about some characters, because the Higurashi is well known for a diverse and complex set of characters. Shane, who's your favorite character of season 1 of Higurashi?
Okay, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to talk about my favorite and least favorite at the same time, because they're literally a pair.
Yeah.
So that should tell you something.
So it's Mion and Shion.
My favorite character of season 1 is Mion, and my least favorite is Shion. For several reasons. Mion, from the fucking second she's introduced, there's just something about her that sets her apart from the rest. Maybe it's because she's a little older, a little wiser. Maybe it's her ties to the Yakuza. I don't know what it is about Mion that I fucking love. Maybe it's the ponytail. Who knows? I'm weird. But Mion is a great character, and she has this maturity that all the other characters lack, mainly because they're fucking children. But that leads to some great moments with the rest of the cast, and she seems like the mom of the group. She's just out to like protect everyone and make sure that everyone's okay, and that, you know, everyone's doing the best they can. And it's like, yeah, Mion, you do that. You be the mom. And I love her. Going off of that, my least favorite is Shion, because she's a crazy psycho bitch. I think even more so than Reina, to an extent. Shion, and there's a reason for it, obviously. There's a reason why she's such a crazy psycho bitch. But to me...
It's the parasite.
It's the parasite, which we'll get into. But to me, it seemed like out of everyone else in the entire cast, Shion just came off as the most cold-hearted out of all of them. It felt like, to a certain extent, that like she was willingly doing this, rather than she was being forced to. And to me, that's like, that makes me hate a character. Don't get me wrong, I love Shion, but when she's being crazy psycho bitch the way she is, it's like, can I get the other Shion back, please? Thanks.
Like the cute, the shy, cute one.
Can I get the shy, cute one that works at the toy store, please?
And I love her.
But yeah, that's why I want to talk about both, because they're literally a pair. You can't talk about one without the other. So there you go.
Spencer, we all know who your favorite character.
It's the boy with the baseball bat.
You can call him many names. You can call him K, the Magician of Words, K-chan, KK, but I just call him Keiichi. My boy, motherfucking Meibara Keiichi, is the best character in the entire show, period. It doesn't actually change from season 1 to season 2. Even though Keiichi isn't really super duper important, it's in Kai.
He's out of focus. Definitely.
Yeah, focus for Kai, but he's still there. And because I enjoy tying everything together, he's also the antagonist of my favorite arc. No. Oh shit, he's also the antagonist of the first arc too.
Yeah. He goes into...
I was talking about... I'll go into it later. But, Keiichi is... Yeah, the curse-killing arc. Bingo. Keiichi is the most confused, because... So, Keiichi's story is he's the son of a... father is an author?
Yeah.
Yeah, his father's an author, and he moves to the small town. He goes to the schoolyard, and he's part of a group that plays a lot of games, like hand games. Sorry, punishment games.
Mm-hmm.
And he always loses, and he always gets punished, and it's always played off for slapstick comedy. It's great. However, there's something really visceral about seeing a man so terrified that he beats 2 women to death with a baseball bat.
Yes,
and
2 women.
2 women, sorry. And Keiichi, especially in the first arc, which I do really enjoy, it's tied, but it's fairly tied. Anyways, this man goes through like fucking, hey, who's this kid? What happened to him? Oh, this kid disappeared. Why'd he disappear? I think he was murdered. I guess I'll take his baseball bat and practice my baseball swing. Hey, Reina, stop following me, you psycho bitch. Hey, Reina, I'm not letting you in the house. Why did you put fucking things that hurt me in the goddamn rice balls?
Why did you put needles in the rice balls?
Rice balls.
What the fuck?
You. And then Reina's like, let me inside. And then he's finally like, bitch, stop standing outside my window. You're freaking me out. And then finally, he writes a letter, tapes it to the other side of his clock, and then proceeds to lure the 2 girls into a false sense of security and then kills them with a baseball bat. And that's your introduction to the show. Keiichi is so cool. He's the best character because he's just fucking... He's also, I believe he's one of the first people to realize that he's stuck in an endless loop. But yeah, Keiichi's awesome. I love him.
Yeah, Keiichi's good. Who's your least favorite, Spencer?
My least favorite is fucking Psycho. No, not Psycho. Psycho. That's her name?
Psycho.
What are you talking about?
Who? Shion?
No, the fucking the not the young one, blonde hair, red hair.
You mean Satoko?
Satoko, thank you.
Satoko?
Yes.
What?
No. Satoko's douchebag uncle.
Oh, Tepe.
Tepe.
Oh, yeah, that's my least favorite, too.
Tepe's a fucking cunt, okay? Fuck you, you fucking abusive piece of shit. You deserved everything that you got going for you, dude.
You know
Fuck
what?
you.
Just to clarify, I also hate him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
but, Shion was crazy, psycho, cold-ass bitch, so... Yeah. I would have picked... Tepe was one of my contenders for least favorite, but... once Shion started going crazy and, killing people for no reason, I'm like, okay, alright.
Tefe beats the shit out of his niece because he's a fucking small-dicked asshole. He can't get what he fucking wants in life. Fuck
He's a
you.
cuck.
He's a fucking douchebag, and fucking like
And he wears Hawaiian shirts like it's fucking cool.
He wears Hawaiian shirt. If someone's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, don't talk to them. Like, ever.
Don't trust
I have
people in
never met a
Hawaiian
person-
shirts.
I've never met a decent person who wore Hawaiian ever. And this show only confirms my theory that the only people who wear Hawaiian shirts are douchebags and Hawaiians.
Oh my.
Oh
What
my.
what if it's the double whammy where it's a douchebag Hawaiian?
We nuke them.
Nuke
Pearl
Hawaii.
Harbor Part 2. Pearl Harbor Part 2. Let's go.
Pearl Harbor Part 2. Okay.
So yeah, Tefe's a cunt. Okay.
Tepe is a cunt. As you know, Tepe is my least favorite. Fuck Tepe. He's a piece of shit. I hate him. But my favorite character from season 1 is the same as Shane's. It's me.
Motherfucking Mion.
I love Mion. Out of all the characters in the show, she's the one. Her comedy hits the most. I really liked how her comedy hits, and at the same, I think that it's saying something to her mental stability. That she's the only character over the course of in all the 50 episodes who doesn't lose her shit.
Yeah.
She's the only one who doesn't lose her shit. At least until the end, and at least until Shion like traps her into a fucking
Into a
traps
dungeon.
her into like a dungeon. Yeah.
Which also, fuck you, Shion, trapping your twin sister in a fucking dungeon when she didn't do anything wrong. Go fuck yourself.
She literally didn't do shit.
She didn't
like,
do
at
anything
all.
to anyone. Why does she get thrown into a dungeon? How do you justify this? It's just you being a crazy bitch.
It's
Okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm done ranting about Shion.
One thing I love about Mion though as a character is the fact that the thing I love about Mion a lot is how like I think Mion's the perfect example of a character that plays with your expectations every time. Like the show wants you to believe that Mion is like the main villain of this fucking show for like the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
But then it turns out, oh no, she's actually like, no, she's not. She's like the nicest fucking.
Yeah, she's the nicest
person
girl
on
you
the
could
planet.
possibly meet.
Yeah, and it's everyone else who's fucking crazy.
Yep.
So, and I just love Mion. I think Mion's like one of my favorite like characters of this damn show.
Mion's fucking bae.
I also want. I think let's talk about the animation of this show for a second, though.
It's interesting.
It's interesting. This is Studio Dean,
Which means, it could be poo. Who knows?
is it poo? Not really.
No, it's it's all right.
It's all right, with the exception of some episodes which are really good. That last episode was damn good.
Oh yeah, the fight between Keiichi and Reina, it's got some pretty good animation on it.
Yeah, it got some pretty good animation on it.
It's got some good exaggeration, and squash and stretch and stuff like
this
that.
Higurashi has never been known for his visual. Even in the VNs, the VN designs are not good.
Yeah, can I just say this is like I like the animation enough in the show. The art style is where I'm a little mixed though, because I'm not a huge fan of like the early to mid 2000s huge eyes, giant heads visual style. It's really
everywhere.
off-putting.
It was everywhere.
When fucking Rika is like a tiny 7-year-old girl, where her body is as thin as a twig and her head is the size of a bowling ball. It's like, okay, something's off here.
And I've seen a lot of anime like this.
I know,
and
it's just always off-putting to me.
Yeah, and I feel that works in the show's favor because the show ends up killing them.
Yeah.
And it looks really, and it's like it's creepy. Yeah, it's supposed to be creepy. And I don't mind it. I think the art style really works, and it really like gives like this. Like I've always said, Higurashi is kind of like a slice of life series gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much. And the art style reflects that. The art style is standard slice of life designs. But if they were murderers,
yeah, this is one of those shows, as Matt put it, where the kind of meh animation plays into its favors a lot.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And it sets it apart with some damn great direction and framing. Like this is a wonderfully directed show that really plays up all of like the tension and the and like it uses that animation to its advantage. Like in the first couple of episodes when he opens the door and you just see Raina's eye just slide into frame.
Those are the moments when I was actually legitimately scared, when it's like, it's always involving the doors, because there's a time he opens the door and fucking Raina slams it open and her eye is just there and she's like, you're gonna be at school tomorrow, Keiichi, right?
And you're like,
and then there's a time when her and Mion go to visit him with the rice balls, and then Mion does the same fucking thing where she like slams the door open. Her eye is just there, and she's like, "You will be at school tomorrow, right?"
Was it Reina or was it Mion where he slammed the door on their fingers?
It was Reina.
That was Reina.
She slammed Reina. He slammed Reina's fingers in the door.
That scene is fucking great.
It is.
I would do that to that crazy bitch. Like, no, get out of my house. Leave.
So any other things you want to bring up for season 1 before we wrap up season that we haven't mentioned yet?
The curse killing arc is outstanding.
Yeah, it is.
That's the best arc, period.
Shane?
Yeah, I really don't have anything that hasn't already been said.
Final score. So final scores for season 1.
Oh, I like how we don't even go into like criticisms or negatives or anything, because Matt doesn't have any for this show.
I don't. I really don't.
I mean, I have one nitpick.
That's why I was asking. Do you have anything else to say?
I thought we were doing the normal thing where it's like positives and then negatives.
Negatives. Okay, never mind.
Bitch.
Excuse me.
Hey,
I'm a
fuck
co-host.
you, Matt.
Anyways, no, I have one minor nitpick, and it's honestly not enough to really lower the score, but I'm going to bring it up again. This anime has a bad habit of introducing pointless red herrings.
Explain.
So there's the gun.
Okay.
The gun is the big one, and it was the one that confused me through the entire anime. Then there's stuff that's kind of it's a red herring at that moment, but then it's solved later. So really, I can't argue with that stuff. But it's just I don't know. It's just it kind of took me out of the immersion when I'm like, that's not obviously a thing to deal
You gotta
with.
watch this show with a pen and paper and write down everything.
Yeah,
like,
if you're not writing detailed notes, you're missing like half of the things that happen.
Yeah.
Which is
Pay attention to
ironically
little things.
my only issue with the show is that it can get a little too complex at times, but I know that plays into the whole mystery element. It's meant to be like that, so I can't really say much on that. It's just, sometimes it's a little too complicated for its own good, but...
Pay attention to Takano's necklace, by the way. Every time she has her necklace on, she's working for Tokyo. When she doesn't, she's not.
Final score time.
Yes.
Yeah, final score. Let's start with Spencer here. Final score for season 1, specifically.
9 out of 10.
A 9.
Yep. But like a very solid 9.
Mm-hmm. Alright, it's a 9.
It's just good. Like I'm not going to say the other. It's just really good.
Shane, what do you give season 1 of Higurashi?
I agree with Spencer. I give it a high 9 out of 10 because it does a lot of things really, really great. And even though, some things are a little too complex, I can't deny the fact that this show does mystery and horror extremely well. And it got me invested. I cared about Hinamizawa and the people in it, so it's got a couple things holding it back for me. So I can't give it a 10, but it's a very high 9.
My score is about to be the most obvious score ever in the history of the
Matt, what do you
podcast.
give fucking Higurashi?
That perfect 10, boys.
Yeah, be the stereotypical cunt.
Fucking Higurashi's amazing. Like I can't think of another horror show and a horror anime that's not a movie because there's a couple of horror movies that really like do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
But like outside of horror shows, Higurashi is the only one that I can go back to and still say, yeah, that's spooky.
That's spooky.
Yeah,
that gives us an average score of a 9.3 out of 10.
I think that's fucking high.
Yeah.
Let's move on to season 2. Which
this is the shit to talk about.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff here. Season 2 is called Higurashi no Naku Koro ni Kai. Not to be confused with Dragon Ball Z Kai.
I don't think anyone would make that confusion, Matt, but, some people are idiots.
Wait, why is Goku beating 2 women with a baseball bat?
Because he wanted to train with them, dude.
Do you think that Keiichi cosplays as Goku at anime conventions?
No, he cosplays as a maid.
Ooh.
Against his will, though.
Against his will. His punishment, he needs to go to the nearest anime convention.
He needs to go to Youmacon dressed as a maid.
As a maid, and he hates it. I'm pretty sure Keiichi embraces it at this point. Like, he just expects it.
Why? Because he knows he's shit?
Because he's like, give me the dress.
They're gonna beat me anyway, I might as well play into it. Is this what you want, you crazy cunts?
Okay, so I'm going to cut everybody off right now. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to say this right now.
Mm-hmm.
This season of anime is perfection.
Oh, yeah. Season 2 is like...
It is absolutely perfection. And when watched in tandem with Season 1, I can probably... I have my own personal favorites, but I can say that at least in the top 3, maybe top 2, Higurashi is the single greatest mystery anime, horror anime definitely for me, but mystery anime ever made. Period.
What the fuck even happens? What is going on in this goddamn village?
Yeah, turns out that Kai explains pretty much exactly what's going on, actually.
Hey, guess what? You know that fucking, the curse of Oyashiro-sama? He kills people and fucking banishes others? Guess what, bitch? It's a virus! Everyone's sick! Virus.
It turns out that the curse is some bullshit. They lied. The curse was made back in ancient times to prevent people from leaving the village, so that way they kill anyone when they left the village because of a virus that can only survive in this particular climate.
And everyone's infected.
Because it's in the fucking air.
This season is some fucking crazy bullshit, dude.
There's some crazy ass shit this season, and it really played like. And the one that this season goes full into like the virus stuff. Mm-hmm. Like it's like oh yeah, it's the virus, but turns out there is a god. There is a god, and there is supernatural super shenanigans going on, just not the supernatural shit you thought was going on at the time. So it's something completely different. Going directly from season 1 into season 2, immediately, it's almost immediate, you can tell just how much higher quality this season is over season 1, which is already some good ass shit, but season 2 somehow ends up being better. Yeah.
I don't understand how they pulled this off.
The animation in season 1 was mostly just okay to good. This season is downright gorgeous at points.
Yeah, the art got a huge upgrade.
Yeah, probably because the first season sold a fuck ton of copies because they moved it because the original Higurashi was late, at 3 a.m. on a Sunday, because it mainly due to how violent it was. And they weren't expecting it to sell as well as it did, but then it sold like fucking gangbusters. So they moved it to Friday and gave it a bigger budget, and then now Higurashi blew up, and now it's one of the most popular fucking things, horror anime in Japan.
Yeah, now it's highly regarded.
Yeah. And I love this season. Now, season 2 kind of does away with a lot of the horror season. It's not nearly as much of a horror show, but instead places its focus squarely on the mystery and the character development of Rika, who at the end of season 1 was slowly being revealed to be one of the major players going into season 2. So let's talk about season 2. What's your favorite episode from season 2, Shane?
Okay. This season, like I said, it's got some real good shit in it, but there's one episode in particular that stands out for me, and that is episode 13 of season 2. This is the episode where everyone gets killed by Takano.
Oh, yeah.
This is where she mows everyone down in the fucking forest. And this is the episode after everyone has realized that, Rika has basically come out and said, we're in a time loop, we gotta fix this shit, and Keiichi's like, we can fight against fate, we just have to believe. And everyone's in on it, and then they fucking die. And it's just, like I said with last season, episode 20 to me is like a pure definition of what this show is. This episode, I feel, is like the definitive episode of Higurashi, because it plays into the mystery really well, with some unexpected twists and turns. It shows why this cast of characters is so goddamn endearing. And it's got the brutal shit, because everyone gets mowed down in the forest and they all die a horrible death. And it's okay, if you want to sell me on Higurashi, this is the episode to do it, because this episode's fucking outstanding.
Yeah. Spencer, what's your favorite episode of season
My favorite episode of season 2 is episode 22, the Festival of Company, Chapter 9, Offense Defense.
Oh, this is a good one.
So, this deals with one of my favorite themes in anime, and my favorite idea in general, actually, is the idea of free will versus predetermination. Mm-hmm. Can you change fate? Is fate solid? Is it set in stone?
Can you eat it?
Is it
the answer is, if fate is cooked into a pie, and you eat the pie,
do you gain its powers?
Do you gain the red string of fate?
The answer is maybe.
Kind of? Maybe? Depends.
Possibly. The show makes it ambiguous that, like, whether or not they actually defeated fate or not. They make it pretty ambiguous.
They make it very ambiguous, however, still tackles that idea incredibly well. So, they do it, they defeat the time loop, they defeat the villain, they defeat the quote-unquote curse. So they can finally get out of June 1983. Finally, after 2 seasons and countless killings and deaths and brutality, it tackles this idea incredibly well, with all the characters kind of coming to terms with the idea of what's been happening. And the idea that these time loops, they don't want them to happen anymore. We're done. After all of them have gained knowledge of what happens, and through the second season, kind of understanding, and coming to terms with the idea of these time loops, this episode is basically them going, fate is not solid. Fate is malleable, and we can try to change it. And this is also actually my favorite arc as well, the Festival Company arc. It's a really fucking good theme, and the episode plays in that theme incredibly well.
Excellent choice. My favorite episode of season, my favorite episode of season 2 is the finale. Episode 24, End.
When they shit all over Takano's face.
Yeah.
So now, the show makes the bold decision to actually redeem Takano in the end, which I know a lot of people actually have problems with. Because I know a couple of people who just they just could not get behind that. But I feel like that works in the show's favor, because the show itself is about redemption. Like, if Shion can get redeemed, I'm pretty sure that fucking Takano can get redeemed. Especially considering that a lot of her actions in this episode are revealed to be a result of the parasite itself, and not like out of her own will. basically, Higurashi's about trauma. Higurashi's always been about trauma and how it affects people on a deep psychological level. And Takano is one of those like I think it's like a toss up between Takano and Sadako, who are like the most fucked characters in the head in terms of how much trauma they have had to go through over the course of their life. And to see and one thing I love how Higurashi brings everything full circle at the end. The final episode goes back to where the show began, and that's at the con festival. But everything's like it. Unlike the first season, where the con festival was filled with this constant like stream of uncertainty, paranoia. This one is like upbeat. It's happy, and finally they're out of this fucking loop.
They're out of this goddamn nightmare, and they can finally drift some cotton.
Yeah, if I drip some fucking cotton, and then just the image of Rika pulling the calendar back and seeing that it's July
1st.
July 1st, Canada Day. And it's just a happy thing to see, and you're just like, fucking fine. You feel so happy for all of them, and it's absolutely great. So Shane, who's your favorite character in season 1? And because I have the same one.
There's only one goddamn pick, and it's Rika.
It's Rika.
It's motherfucking Rika, because goddamn, she gets the best goddamn arc in all of fucking Higurashi.
Yeah, she does, and it's great. This season's about Rika. There was no other way to put it.
She is basically the main character.
Yeah. She basically is the base. She's the main character of season 2.
Yeah. And they focus on like her supernatural prowess and how she's constantly had to live these few days over and over and over again. She's had to witness the same events, watch everyone die, and she's just fucked in the head. She's like, we gotta fucking get out of here, man. We gotta fucking break this time loop. I can't watch all my friends die again. And then her relationship with Hanyu is a great. It's like they complement off of each other really
Hanyu,
well.
By the way, is adorable, and I love her.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the idea, like one of the things I love about like Rika is the fact that a lot of shows with time loops don't do this, is that when they keep the characters the same age, they kind of like stay the same personality. Like with that age, Rika, she's like, how old is she? She's like 8.
She's like 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
But she acts like she's like in her like 50s.
Mm-hmm. She's like a wise old woman, and I love part of the reason why I love her so much in this season is because of how much they delve into her psyche and how the time loop is actively fucking with her. Yeah. It just leads to a lot of great moments with her. And honestly, in season 1, I wasn't a huge fan of Rika just because I felt like she was kind of there. She didn't really do anything. She's like the Nico ni character.
Nipa.
Yeah, Nipa. She's that character. She's just there to be cute. But then season 2, they completely fucking do a 180 on her. And
by the way,
it's fucking amazing.
Rika is 10.
That bitch is not 10. I don't believe you.
She looks like she's a child.
I know, but according to Wikipedia, she is 10. Mentally, at least 110.
Oh my god. Okay. She's 10.
Her birthday is August 21st, 1972. So, yeah, that makes her 10.
Which means that if she was alive, if she's dead, that this means that she would be around in her 40s right now.
Yes.
Yeah, she would be around in her 40s. Spencer, who's your favorite character? Because Rika's mine, and I agree completely with Shane on that.
Is it still the boy?
He's not really in the second season.
He doesn't do shit.
He doesn't do shit because he's mostly in the question arcs. He doesn't really do a lot in the answer arcs.
He's just like, we can beat fate, and then just leaves.
His arc is pretty much done by season 1 anyways. So his storyline's pretty much done.
After the curse killing arc, his arc's done.
Well, the stuff with Reina at the end of season 1, that wraps up her.
Which is really cute, by the way, and I ship them.
No.
It's Keiichi and Mion, dude.
Yep.
No.
Keiichi and
Mion.
Mion.
It is.
So fucking wrecked.
Especially, I think that's the canon. I think.
I swear to God, it's fucking Reina and Keiichi's canon.
He's never come out and said what it actually is.
But
I wouldn't go after Reina, the bitch.
Reina's good. I love Reina, dude. I don't know.
I love Reina.
I actually have no idea. Like, all of her paranoia is literally just because of the virus. Outside of that, she's pretty much like a stand. She's pretty much like fucking. She's a fucking adorable. Outside of that, like she takes cute things home.
When she's not murdering.
Anybody can be cute when they're not murdering, Shane.
That is, you know what? That is true, and that's just a personal bias.
Fuck it. I'm calling it now. That's the episode title. Anything can be cute when you're not murdering it.
Man, that's long-winded.
That's a long wind, almost like mom and dad got a divorce.
Of course, yeah.
That's somehow longer.
But yeah, no, it's honestly, it's probably Reina.
Okay.
She gets a lot of growth in this arc.
She does, yeah, she does.
I guess in this arc, in this season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will admit, even though I'm not a huge fan of Reina as a character, the storyline with her dad and the divorce and everything is really good.
Yeah. Reina is really good as both a character. She's really adorable when she's in her normal state, and when she's over paranoid and she gets into a kind of a crazed state, she's nuts.
They have to tie her to a chair because she keeps trying to take Hanyu home.
Mm-hmm. Because she likes cute things.
Yeah, she's got a weird lolly fetish.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a lolly fetish as so much she just likes cute things. She says Keiichi's cute when he's in the maid outfit and she fucking tries to take a cat home. So I think she just loves cute things.
Yeah, she can't help herself. But yeah, no. Reina's my favorite.
Okay, now who's everyone's least favorite? This is gonna be interesting.
Fucking not Takano. It's the bitch. It's that bitch who fucking. It's Tamiya. Fucking silver-haired girl who does nothing the entire season.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Okay, to give you some context, Shade, for you because if you don't remember, she's the girl that Takano teams up with after the Tokyo group fucking laughs at her theories, and then she teams up with her. She's the one that's constantly over the phone.
Oh, that bitch! Right. Okay, I remember. Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
she just bitches at Takano every now and then. It's like, you gotta get your shit done. Click.
Because I know for fucking sure that like they were building her up as like this big villain, and then nothing. Nothing at all.
But yeah, no, I agree with Spencer. Least favorite character is Takano.
Takano.
Yeah, because she's a fucking bitch.
Yeah, fucking bitch.
She has, again, like every crazy person in this fucking show, she has her motives and she has her reasons. But this bitch, cold-blooded. This bitch, terrorist. This bitch, murder.
She killed 2,000 people.
Yeah, for no real justifiable reason that anyone would accept.
I want to prove that this thing exists. Well,
bombs an entire village.
That's pretty much exactly what she did.
Yeah, and I understand her reasoning for everything, but it's like, okay, your fucking granddaddy, not granddaddy, got laughed at for his dumb research on the Hinamizawa syndrome, which ended up being a real thing, and you wanted to avenge him. Guess what? Murder is not the answer.
And it fucking does this every loop. It implies this happens every loop. By the way, it's like one of the few fixed things that always happens is that Takano fucking nukes the village. Basically, gases the entire village. Basically, gases the entire village. Oh, excuse me. It's a volcanic eruption.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a volcanic eruption in the swamp. Like, are you people stupid? How does anyone buy that?
I want to mention this. Okay, I'm going to mention it. Actually, I'll mention it when we get to other stuff. But like, yeah, like Takato's a bitch.
Also,
what?
I want to mention a little bit of trivia.
Mm-hmm.
This is mostly aimed at Matthew because he knows what I'm going to talk about. Mio resembles Lambda Delta from Umineko.
Yeah.
Which is certainty.
Yeah, because they're related, I'm pretty sure.
They're not related, actually. the author came out and said, "Oh yeah, no, they're not related. It was a red herring."
Yeah, it was a red hair. I know for sure there's someone from Rika's families in Umaneko.
Yes, because speaking of Umaneko, Shane, play Umaneko.
No.
Shane said
I own it.
Don't tell me what to do.
I own it.
On what?
PC.
Well,
I own the first 4 volumes.
wow,
It's on PS3. I'm pretty fucking. You get Steam nowadays, pretty much. It's on Steam.
Yeah, because Higurashi's on Steam.
man, if only I used Steam.
But yeah, fuck talking now.
Yeah, fuck talk now, bitch.
All right.
Blonde bitch.
Any other positive? Any positives you?
Animation.
Everything, really?
Animation uptick. Story uptick. Character uptick.
Basically, the only positive I have to say at this point is what I said at the beginning, is that this took everything that was great about season 1 and jacked it up to fucking 11.
Yeah.
Because like you can tell the difference in quality just by transitioning between the 2 seasons. Like season 1 is really fucking good, but season 2 is on a whole other level.
The only thing that's weaker than Zenshi P.
Yeah, the OP isn't as good.
Yeah. Still really good. I still really like it, but like
I actually ended up skipping it most of the time just because the first one is so good in comparison.
Mm-hmm. Like the first one is stupid good. It's stupid good.
Are there any criticisms?
Are there any criticisms? The only criticism I have is not a criticism of the show, but just something I found funny, is that the fucking military people in this are dumb.
Oh yeah, they're fucking idiots.
They're so stupid.
And they're like, as soon as the plan goes awry and Takano is basically taken down, they're like, welp, bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
And they all run away.
We'll look for our checks in the mail. Talk to you later.
Pretty much. It's not against the show, because it's not a criticism at all. I just think it's funny.
It's really funny.
It's pretty funny.
Like as soon as things go to shit, they jump ship.
Also, you forgetting the funniest part of the fucking series. It's in episode like 22 or 23, I think. No, it's episode 23 when it's when Kazai is like has the shotgun and he's like shooting people through the wall. He makes someone like turn off the fucking alarm, like the gas system. And then he's like, okay, yeah, here's your reward. And just fucking clobbers him with the fucking shotgun.
Kazai is great, dude.
Yeah, Kazai is great. I love how he gets it. One thing I love about the last like arc, by the way, is that pretty much they give like every character like a moment to shine, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the side characters, like they get something to do, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm no criticisms from anyone. I'm pretty sure.
One
of those cases.
I do. This isn't a criticism. This is just an addendum. I watched Ray and Kira.
Oh yeah, Ray and Kira. We're not covering those because
we're not covering those. Yeah,
and also Kira's not licensed.
Yeah, Kira isn't licensed.
Yeah, I watched Ray too. Let me tell you, that was a waste of 3 hours.
Ray is not. It's not.
I
awful.
enjoyed Ray. I enjoyed Ray and I enjoyed Kira actually quite a bit for what they were.
I wasn't a huge fan of Ray just because it's 5 episodes comprised of a 3-episode arc that really doesn't add anything in the long run to the ending, and it's sandwiched between 2 filler episodes. So
like slice of life. The thing is that what happened was I'm pretty sure that it went for what I like to call Ava syndrome, where the initial thing that they were deconstructing, it ended up going back to make money. Because
it shows.
It shows. I mean, it's not bad. I like these characters. So I like. Just
it wasn't bad, but at the end, where I'm like, okay, I just watched an episode of everyone trying to get Keiichi's thong because it's gonna turn him into an egomaniac. And then the finale was fucking, we gotta save Reina from these talismans or else she'll fall in love with everyone. It's like, okay.
Kira has an episode where Rika wakes up where she's a magical girl.
Okay. All right.
Dude, she and Sadako...
Kira is fucking amazing. I love Kira.
And she and Sadako are both magical. Fight against the Magic Society, Tokyo Magica, which is Teppei, Takano, Okanagi, and Tagaki, and they need to save Hinozawa from demonic demons.
Okay, you know what? That sounds kind of incredible.
Dude, Kira's great.
I would have rather watched that than Ray.
There's an episode where there's basically a love rectangle episode between Keiichi, Mion, Shinon, and Reina, with all of them trying to get Keiichi's affection, which doesn't make any sense because Shion is not in love with fucking Keiichi. It's Satoshi.
No, she fucking loves Satoshi. Fuck off,
and even
Keiichi.
Then, at the end, she comes to terms with Satoshi being a colossal asshole, and she's like,
Fucking, they decide on a game of chance to figure out who he would go on a date with, but instead of picking any of them, he picks Oyo, the Mion's grandma.
Oh. Wow.
By accident. Because it's funny.
All right.
Dude, Higurashi Kira is fantastic.
Here, let me just go out on a date with this 80-year-old woman.
To piss y'all off, pretty much.
Fuck you guys.
That's something Keiichi would do, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So
okay, I think it's time for final scores.
Final scores. Spencer, what's your final score?
Final score for Higurashi no Naku Wako Bako. Season 2, Kai. 10 out of 10. It's perfect, and I have one thing to say for people who come back and are interested in playing the VMs. Just as a heads up, they're technically novels, meaning that they deal more so in atmospheric music and sound compared to visuals.
Uh-huh.
So if you're going in there looking for like ufotable or like extremely high detailed portraits, the art in both Higurashi and Umineko aren't great. They're very simplistic portraits. They don't go through a lot of animations, but it's still an outstanding story, and I recommend that you play through it. They're pretty cheap on Steam. I think they're like $3 or $4, and it's worth it to play and watch it. So have fun.
All right, Shane, what you give Higurashi no Naku Koro ni Kai?
I give Higurashi Season 2, I got a P out of 10.
Wow.
Oh.
No, just kidding. It's a motherfucking 10.
Yeah! It's a 10.
It's a motherfucking 10. You know what? I was going to go in here and saying it's a 9 because, you know, even though it does answer everything that was left hanging in Season 1, there's still some kind of things that are a little iffy, like the syndrome and everything. But, you know, retrospectively looking back on it and then talking about it with you guys, yeah, this season's a 10. Like easy 10.
So it's so good.
Like I said at the beginning, you can tell the massive jump in quality between seasons. And season 1 was good enough on its own, but they somehow made this season better and more engaging. And honestly, that's all I fucking need to give it a 10. Give me something enthralling that I can care about and make it interesting and amazing while you're doing that. Easy 10. So yeah, Season 2 is a 10. I enjoyed every second watching it. I watched it in like a day because I was so into it. So there you go. This season's amazing.
If I gave the first season a 10, it's pretty obvious what I'm going to give Season 2.
Season 2 is a 17 out of 10.
The Season 2 is actually a 1 out of 10. It's garbage. No,
yeah, it's garbage and never watch it.
No, it's a easy 10. This is an easy 10. Most of my praises from the first season come over to this one. It's definitely more mystery focused than Season 1 is. Season 1's more of a horror. This is more of a mystery. But I love how it like takes a more visual novel, because it does take a lot more liberties than the
It does.
Yeah,
but to its advantage, in order to tell a much more compelling narrative about Rika, and I absolutely love it, and I think it's definitely. And Higurashi, and thank God, for the longest time, Season 2 was not licensed. It was like season 2's only been licensed for like about 4 years at this point. It was for the longest time. Kai was never licensed.
Well,
And
now we can easily watch it legally.
You can easily watch it legally now, and it's so. And I love, and I've known, and Higurashi, and I love how Higurashi's getting like this resurgence in popularity after all this time because of that, and I'm very, very happy.
That's
and
good.
And I know for sure there's another when they like there's another Koro game coming.
Yes.
There's another one coming. I don't know what's it going to be, when it's going to be, but it's there's another one coming, and hopefully it's just as good as this one is.
Hopefully,
and hopefully it's not as bad as the Umaneko adaptation, because that was garbaggio.
Holy fuck!
That sucked. But if
You know how sad that made me?
dude, you want to know why it sucked? The author of the games refused to tell anyone but the director and the voice actress for Beatrice what the fuck actually happens.
Yes, I know.
Because he was so desperate to keep the mystery, and I'm like, are you that fucking paranoid that people are gonna figure it out?
Yes.
Like, are you? Also, they did. Higurashi was adapted after all the visual novels, all the volumes were out. Umaneko was adapted when only half the game was actually done.
Yeah, that spells a disaster.
I'm gonna ask you something, Shane.
Okay.
Have you heard the OP for Umaneko?
No.
Okay, well,
Because it's dope.
listen to it after. We'll listen to it after. It's amazing. It's such a good OP, dude.
All right.
I'll take your word for it, but we need to wrap this up.
Yeah,
We did.
and that wraps up the month of Spook.
Let's real quick before we end this. What was your favorite show of the month?
Higurashi.
Spencer?
Probably Helsing Ultimate.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Spencer. Helsing. Helsing's got I got a soft spot for Helsing.
Yeah.
So
I got a soft spot. However, if we're talking the best show I watched that I hadn't beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
it's Higurashi.
it's Higurashi.
Hands down, Higurashi.
In terms of like a ranking for the month of Spook shows from best to worst, or most favorite to least favorite, Helsing, Higurashi, Parasite, High School of the Dead.
Helsing, Higurashi, High School, Parasite. Parasite might change after I finish it.
Well,
but-
you never finished it, so that
yeah,
makes sense.
exactly.
Higurashi. Mine's basically the same as Shane's, but switch Higurashi and Helsing around. Actually, maybe put Parasite above Helsing. I think I enjoyed Parasite.
Huh.
I don't know. Stuff when Parasite was good, it was really
yeah.
good.
Parasite was damn good. I just got a fucking weak spot for Helsing, man.
I love Helsing as well. So like, there's that. And with that, we return to our normal schedule.
Yeah, so we'll be back on our 2-week schedule starting after today.
Yeah, and which means that it's time to go back to the randomizer, boys.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Back to
God.
the randomizer.
Fuck! I actually forgot we were doing this.
If you guys are new, for those who are new to the podcast, for our normal schedule, we repeat we switch around whoever our anime picks for featured anime. Well, for one week, me or Shane will pick the featured anime, and we rotate who picks it. And then every other week, in between those weeks, we have a randomizer where we pick it's a anime completely randomly generated on a randomizer where we have no idea what we're about to get. However, due to recent updates to the randomizer, we now have metas that we can use to meta the fuck out of the randomizer, because we are able to do that because we're fucks.
Yeah,
so
basically.
So Spencer has already used his meta.
Yeah.
We all know how that happened. We know how.
We all know how that turned out. So already we're off to an amazing metas. Now this will be our final randomizer of the year. This will be our final randomizer anime of the year. So both me and Shane have metas that we can use.
Mm-hmm.
I have decided I am not going to use my meta for this year. So this meta for this year will disappear because they do not stack. That would be a tournament band. that would be dumb. And it'll be a waste of time too. Like why? So Shane, this is up to you. Do you wish to use your meta on this particular randomizer? Or
You know, okay, I thought since it's the last randomizer of the year and you're not using your meta, might as well use my meta. So I'm fucking cashing mine in, boys.
Okay, so Shane is going to cash in a meta.
I'm cashing in my meta.
He's playing the meta. What's he gonna get?
All right,
Hopefully it's what he wants. Yeah.
Okay, so Shane, what language do you want it in?
Either or, just all.
Any?
Sub or dub.
All right. What years do you want to release between?
Okay, I want it between 2016 and now.
2016 and now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Genres included.
Okay, for genres, I want action, comedy, mystery, seinen, supernatural.
Seinen, supernatural. All right. So is that action, comedy, mystery, seinen, and supernatural?
Yes, and exclude everything else.
And exclude everything else. Okay. All right. We're gonna repeat it one last time.
Mm-hmm.
So that way we can confirm metas, because the last meta we got would be fucked up. Spencer, the meta didn't work. So this is going to. So we're gonna confirm it just so you want this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Released from 2016 to 2018. I think I know what you're getting. Actually, I think I know what you're getting. You played me, dude. I hate you so much. I know what you're getting.
Repeat it. Tell me the details.
2016 and 2018. Action, comedy, mystery, seinen, supernatural.
That's
excluding everything else.
That's correct.
I know what you're getting.
That's correct.
Dude.
Put it in, baby.
I know what you're getting, dude.
Let's see what happens.
Not Bungo. I thought he was gonna get Bungo. It's not Bungo. I'm very sorry, guys.
We did not get Taboo Tattoo.
We got Taboo Tattoo, guys. We're doing Taboo Tattoo.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
How many episodes is this shit?
It's 12. It's very short.
Okay, that's fine.
So we're doing Taboo. So I thought Shane was trying to redeem himself and trying to get Bungo.
She was trying to redeem me.
Yeah, Shane was trying to redeem Spencer to get Bungo. Didn't get Bungo, got Taboo Tattoo instead. Which Taboo Tattoo is involves Seigi, a martial arts trained middle schooler, often feels driven to protect the weaker people around him. One day he defends a homeless man against some punks, and the strange man gives him a tattoo on his palm in return. The tattoo is a secret weapon produced in the arms race between America and the Siristanian kingdom. He finds himself over his head when a powerful girl using the same secret weapon violently pursues him in order to retrieve it. His skill in martial arts may not be enough to keep him alive, but how will he be able to learn the trigger's power of his tattoo in time? Taboo Tattoo is available to legally watch both on Crunchyroll and on Funimation. Sus, we will be covering Taboo text. All right, so
Hold the fuck up.
what? Did Shane fuck up his meta?
Hold on. Get rid of all this bullshit. How are you playing me? Are you playing me, or is it actually Taboo Tattoo?
No, it's
You're playing me, right?
no. Do you want me to take a screenshot of my screen right now?
Spencer, is Bungo just cursed?
What the?
Is Bungo just cursed? No, I actually thought you were fucking playing me.
I'm taking a screenshot.
I actually thought you were fucking playing
I trust
me.
you, Matthew. I trust you. However, it seems like me and Shane get Bungo fucking every time, but the moment
Yeah,
that Matt
we get
puts the
literally. I just did it right now, and the first thing that came up, Bungo. Every time I've done this specific
Bungo's
set of things,
cursed. Fuck,
Bungo.
You know what? Fuck it. I guess we're never doing Bungo.
No,
You know
I
what?
guess Bungo's never happening.
I guess I'm just gonna die alone.
No, because I've been telling you guys for fucking weeks. I was going for fucking Kekai Sensen, and in the back of my head, I was like, I'm gonna fucking play them. We're gonna get to the randomizer. It's gonna be Bungo. It's gonna be the big redemption arc. Justice. #justice for Bungo. Hashtag justice for... It's actually taboo. Fuck me. Fuck this.
You know what? Fuck it.
Spencer, you fucking cursed Bungo.
I didn't mean to. Speaking of which, I'm fucking tweeting you right now.
Fuck this. I'm watching Bungo on my own time. Fuck this shit.
Alright, I think it's time to wrap up. My name is Matt, aka Legion Rex. I'm your host. You can find me on Twitter and on YouTube. With me is my very angry co-host, Shade, aka the Bearded One.
How? Every fucking time I've done this randomizer, I'm Spencer levels of angry right now. Every fucking time I've done this combo on the randomizer, 100% Bungo. How is it? It's the fucking recording curse. As soon as we hit record, nothing fucking goes our way. God damn it.
You can find him on Twitter and on YouTube at the Bearded Gaming Network. He does a lot of great things there. He does podcasts, he does Let's Plays, he does unboxings. You can go check him out.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. With the, you also have probably equally as mad co-host Spencer. How are you doing today? How you? So, what do you say to lovely people watching? What a wonderful note!
I'm fucking angry.
I just want to fucking watch Bungo.
I just want to fucking die, dude.
I want to share this fucking fantastic anime with the masses. But you know what? Apparently, when I want to do something, and when Shane wants to have my back, apparently, the fucking randomizer goes, you know what? Maybe we should just fuck them.
Dude, fucking, I had your back. I was in your corner this time. I was like, I'm gonna redeem Spencer. I'm gonna redeem Bungo. We're gonna finally do it. I had a screenshot from the randomizer that I did this morning. So I made sure I had everything right. But apparently it doesn't matter what I want. Doesn't matter what Spencer wants. Apparently the universe just hates us. And it's just like, you know what? Just spread the cheeks. Just let me put my giant dick inside your ass and fuck you.
Apparently, we just can't get anything nice out of this randomizer. You know what? I'm just gonna watch Taboo Tattoo.
Well, I have to, because, you know, I'm contractually obligated, but...
Well, I mean, I'm a co-host now.
I'm contractually obligated. I actually have to. So...
Yeah.
But fuck it, I'm just gonna watch Bungo on my own time. Fuck it. I'll fucking message you if I do.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah, just end it. Fucking end it. End my fucking life.
And the podcast, you know. See ya.